right? So this is the camera system. This is the front of the tower. That is Lombard. So we turn it on. Boop. Fans are going. It's thinking. This is Windows Vista Business. F1 to continue. Boop. So there's no login or password, it just opens straight up. Here we go. Okay, so these are the two important programs. This is the first one that you open up, Camera Control Pro 2, and then after that one's done, we'll do this one, which is that file folder place. So before we've opened it up, it says PC, and it's like blank. So we're going to Camera Control Pro, and you don't even do anything. You just open it and it's over. You can minimize it. And then this now says all of that stuff. Then we can open up the original file folder like we'd wanted to, and let's see, it will take. There's our new picture. Fun. Let's open it up and see what it looks like. It's the chair, just like it took. Yay. So now we know that it works. Boop. Gonna get rid of that one. And then see if we can delete. Okay. Yes. Got rid of it. Woohoo. Okay. This is just the program that it's in, but it's basically a fancy, it's just like a folder to view files. There's nothing secret and weird about it. It just shows you the access to the whole computer right there. You got your documents computer with the C drive. In the C drive, you're looking for Lombard, and in Lombard, you're looking for the image files. But you can also minimize this and just open computer. This is like the folders thing, and go into C drive and go into Lombard, go into the image files, and this was that really tall, long, weird one, but these are the two that we left you to. So you can just look at them on the computer regular too. You can double click it to blow it up and look at it, and it's named whatever you named it. And the resolution on this is crazy. It's got really sharp resolution. That's my hand right there. Just incredible focus for this kind of system. I was really impressed. Then, go back to normal. So you can also be, instead of inside the image viewer here, we can close that and go back to the, here we go. Go to the normal Lombard program and open it from inside of there. That'll show you there. And close. There, and we're back to Lombard stuff. So it just shows the same. And you can, when you take a picture of these, you can double click on it and retype in fun name. You type in whatever name you want for your patient. You can put the date, 02, 22, 22, boop. And it just saves it as whatever you told it to save it as, right? And then also, oh, we got 2 of these. Okay. That also changes the name on the normal. We go back into regular folder Lombard, regular folder images. Now it says what we renamed it. So it's not its own. I would almost not even call it a program. It's like a fancy folder place, right? So that was this lumbar place. So we're back up to here, and it auto opens to the right place. It's just here like it was supposed to the camera. Here's where all the cords go. So there's 4 that plug right into the camera that come out of this wrappy cord. So one of them that looks like this is the flash control. So this one is the flash, and we just push it in. Boop. On the side of the camera, under this rubber flap, you've got this one that goes to the label that is DC in, with those 4 pins right there. And here's the DC in. So that one just goes in there. Boop. Then you've got a couple of blanks, and this one has the USB symbol right there. And this is a mini USB head right there. And it just goes right in. There we go. And then the last one goes to this extra bottom piece, which has extra battery, looks like, and that is a screw in. There, those guys. And then it will want to line up a certain way, it won't go in any other way. And then you screw that on, and that's tight. And this will be blank on the back, won't show anything. The on the camera is right here, so you can turn it off and, 3, back on, back to normal. And then over here, we leave this setting on M for manual, and then the computer and the device take care of the rest. This is on the dot. That's on the middle one. The rest of these, there's nothing to touch, and this doesn't. There we go. It's just a screen protector. We don't use the screen anyways. And then this, if you open this up, it just has lithium ion. Nope. It's a secret extra bonus battery backup in case you're actually using it. But we're not. We're having it plugged into the wall through this power cord that we went over. So this is superfluous, which is why the batteries are empty. Probably came with it and just no one threw it away. Or if you're worried that you get a power outage and a shock, then you want to have batteries in there so you don't lose the photo you were in the middle of taking, whatever. We're gonna go down to the system on here. It's got a focus light, but they usually just have them look straight in the middle. Then down on here, we've got these filters for if they're extreme plus or minus power to help you get kind of halfway in focus. But if they're anything under probably 6 or 7 or 8, you just leave it on 0. And then this is a focus knob that we'll go over later for the screen. And infrared, push it in, look at that. We usually just leave it in, it gets better photos that way. These are screen settings, you rotate those and it makes the screen show stuff or not show stuff for contrast and brightness. These, we don't really use any of those except for the chin up and down. And then we need to turn it on. The on button is over here. So this is the back of the device. There's the on, boop. And then those two aren't gonna have anything in them. And down here, only one has something, just that. And out of here, this that screws into the side there, that has 2 of the cords that go up and into the camera. The other 2 cords that come out down from the camera, one of them is a USB that'll go into the back of the computer tower. All right, you can use this one. There. Boop. And the other one is this. Is the power cord that we just plugged into the wall or into a multi-power thing. And that one, again, was the one that went up and did the power to the camera in the first place. The power to the base unit came out of here and is also just plugged in to units. So you got power for the camera, power for the base unit, and then you have the Dell computer, and the power for the Dell computer is at the bottom here, this guy. And that one we just ran into the wall, so we have power at the bottom. And then this was the USB that we just plugged in for the camera, from the camera down and into the USB. This is a little keychain I was using to get images off of. This one goes around and is for my mouse. And then the blue one here goes over to the the monitor. There we go. Goes to here on, there it is, the blue, on the underside of the monitor. And then this white one on the monitor is goes to nowhere. That's for if you had a different input or a different type of monitor, and we're not using that one, so you probably just throw this white cord away because you're not even going to use it. But we'll throw it in there for fun. All right, so on the bottom of the monitor, again, we just had just two things plugged in: the blue info supply from the computer, and then the power supply to the monitor. And then the keyboard is plugged in to the purple. That's the keyboard. But it has a picture of a keyboard, and that's hard onto the Dell keyboard it came with. So now we have this on. We haven't pushed any buttons, and that is already showing that it's working. It's got the chair down there. So we go over to the camera. This tightens it down so that it won't wiggle around on the platform, and then you can loosen it up so it will wiggle around. There's an extra super lock on the bottom that's going to bolt in so that even when that one's up, it still won't wiggle around. So I'm going to put this in for shipping. You can unscrew that for shipping, and then you could wiggle this. We're not going to use any of these basically, just the up, down, back, forth, and then we're going to take a picture. So we've got someone in there. Camera looks good to go. If the flash isn't flashing, then you just push the flash connection harder or rotate it so that it's in. So you can see, pulled all the way back, we see their eyeball line up with the pupil, and you go in just enough where you can see those two floaty ghost dots. And as soon as they're touching, that's how close you want to be. Go too far and they'll split the other direction. So I get them right around touching and in the middle, centered there. And then this knob on the side, it's the same thing on both sides, is going to split these lines apart right here. I'll see if I can get to, there we go. There's both lines, and it'll split them on both sides depending on where I rotate it. So you rotate it to where the lines are aligned up with each other, and then you push forward and backward till the ghost dots together, and then you can push the button. That's it. We pull back, and it's thinking. There's our picture, pops up. Yeah, that's it. And you can zoom in. I'm doing this with the mouse rolly just to zoom in, and that's really in focus. There we go. Little roll bars. Yeah, and you can zoom back out. You can close the image, and you are back to still having all the images. And then you can label this. And like you saw, this was the eye on this is the patient's right eye. And when you look at this image, that's already flipped to be a right eye photo. So the software does it upside down and backwards to make it the correct way for you. So now we're going to try to get these off of the computer onto a USB. So you don't need the programs to do that, like closed. You can close everything. So you don't need, you can leave it open or closed. So again, to open up the program, you do this one and let it turn itself on. Then you do the second one, that's all the folder stuff to take the pictures. So we're going to throw in a USB, and this one can be in any of these ports. They all work out pretty easy, so that I can get it all the way in. So I put in my thumb drive and it says installing device driver. It's installed correctly, yay, ready to use. Okay, so now it's in, and you can open up if it doesn't autoplay where you can open up the folders, this is the folder search is the computer up there, or you can do start computer. It's the same thing, just gives you the whole computer, and this was my thumb drive over there. So you can open that up, and it's got all of my stuff. So we're gonna close it again and go back to computer, drive, Lombard, images, and it's gonna have the most recent one we just took. That's the chair that's shadowy, and there's the most recent one we just took. So we're gonna rename it as Dev 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll just copy. You can cut it, but we'll just copy, and then we'll go back to computer, to my thumb drive, and then you can paste it wherever you want to. Paste, boop, there it is. Now it's on my thumb drive, and you can read it straight from your thumb drive. And then pull it out. We're good to go. Boop. Oh, there we go. That's it. And then I had just shut it down. You go start arrow, shut down, and that turns it all the way to off. And then again, when you push the button on the front of the computer, it will turn on, and there's no password to get inside. There we go. Yay.